Well, it's April 3rd, and Birdie is loading up the first load of shit for the year.
Numero uno here.
It's going in the trailer. He's going to Eno with it. I'm gonna run with my tanker. It's dry enough down there for him alone, and
hopefully, we'll see. A day's long here. Yeah.
I'm gonna run with my tanker and do a little bit. We still got a lot of other stuff to get ready, but some of us will start spreading. We still got room in the pit. It's not like it's overfilled.
Yeah. Trying to make sure everything works too.
Yeah. Not like when you normally get going on the first day, half the shit breaks about the first hour in, and then you gotta fix all the little...
Normally my trailer always breaks, but we already worked on it.
No, we took care of that. First time we went through it this year, for the first time.
She's good. You've got some extra lights?
Yeah. Will he overfill it? We don't know. Well, he probably will.
It depends. The manure's probably thick, so you don't see it. Alright, closing the gate, the top latch there, so. Alright, off for the first load here. There's no way I always say this big. It's just the driest field. I can get on there by myself. Made it down here. One thing I saw, Christoph worked on the truck quite a bit. Took the radiator off and blew it all out, and he changed the thermostats and all the water hoses because one or two were leaking. And then since he had everything apart, he changed the thermostat. The only thing that we didn't change is the temperature sensor, and you can see that it is still, I know the truck's not running hot, but it always reads that it's hot, so it's kind of hard to diagnose if there's a problem if it always says it's hot. So Christoph's gonna order that. We're just gonna change it, and that way we know that there isn't a problem. So hopefully I don't get stuck. I know I see, I'll have to find the spots where I know I can drive and spread there. I won't be able to spread everything, but it's the first day. You can't spread it all in a day anyway, so we'll see how it goes. Switch everything over. I'll open up the top gate, just make sure that I know it's working. I'm gonna switch it over from nursing to spreading. That way I don't make a mess. And I'm all set to go. I saw it coming out the back. I just don't, I'd hate to make a mess on the first load. I've done it before, so. And we're still making a mess. Oh my goodness. So it's still not fixed right. All right, well, I guess. Oh, well. Look at that. First load and it's already a mess. Alright, so first load is not going off like we wanted. My tank is already covered in manure. My battery and my controller went dead, so now I can't pick the boom up and put it to the side. I did get it open up most of the way, so either the battery died before it opened all the way up, or that swing valve, the valve that they replaced inside, still leaks by. So one of the two options. So I'm guessing if it's the latter, we'll just have to put like a scissor, like just a scissor valve or whatever it is in there. That way it doesn't do that. But I guess I don't have to worry about my tanker being clean anymore already, because it's already covered. Maybe I'll see if I can wash it off. I'm already down here. Might as well empty the load. At least I'm ready. Andrea, you with Uncle?
Yeah.
Look at that. So we're in Enosburg. Birdie did one load, and on the second load he got stuck. He stopped to put it in a higher gear so that he wouldn't get stuck where it's softer. So he got stuck right where he is instead. So hopefully after we nurse it out, he can actually just drive out, because it's just about a little bit of wet stuff. It's like an inch down. It's just enough slime to where he can't move. It's actually pretty dry down here. It would be good going, but we don't have the other trucks ready to just have everybody nursing down here. So we're hoping he could just spread plate down here on his own. But I did bring a chain just in case he can't get out. Look at that, he was able to back up. He won't even get stuck. Technically speaking, since I didn't have to pull him, he wasn't stuck. But I did have to unload him. It's just a little slime on the top. Crappy. If he had floaters, he'd be perfectly fine, but we didn't get around to putting those on yet. Yeah, and I think on the first load, he didn't have the nursings completely flipped over for spreading, and he covered the tank. So, that happened already. We are spreading on grass here. That way we don't gotta till it in right now. And since we're just kind of getting stuff going, we didn't want to break out all the equipment at the moment. And maybe in the next couple days we'll get the rest of the stuff ready, but these will be good, and a little bit of spreading will be done. It's all gonna get spreaded anyways, no matter when. So far smooth. Henry left, so this is my third load. And then we went to lunch, and he didn't want to come back for a little while. He probably will after his nap. Well, this is getting unhooked. This is news we found out yesterday. I have a video of yesterday we discovered that engine oil is going in the antifreeze. The reason I was still driving it today is because I did a full flush on it yesterday. We didn't know when the dealership could take it in, because our normal one, they had to get back to us, so we called the one over the mountain. They were out a couple weeks, so if we were out a couple weeks, we were gonna run it. Because we were just gonna flush it every day if we had to.
Every couple days. Because
we need the dang tractor. Because it wasn't going in the engine really, so it was not like it was gonna blow bearings, but it's still mixing in the coolant. But our normal dealer got back to us later this afternoon, and they could take it in tomorrow. So this thing is now gonna get washed and set up, because Connor Pratt is gonna grab it tonight, and he's gonna bring it up to Canada to the dealership for us. I just gotta put the normal drawbar on this. That way, if they gotta hook it on the dyno up there for testing the engine after they do the engine job, they can actually hook it on. Yeah, I'm gonna wash it real quick. It's not really that dirty, and she'll be good to go. Horrible news for the start of April, but that's how it is. Well, I just got it washed. It honestly didn't take long because, well, it's still washed from the winter sitting. I only did a couple loads. I did have to pull 30 out, so it got a little muddy underneath, so it could have been a lot worse though if it was driving for weeks in the mud like how it normally is at the end of the year. When you wash this sucker off, it takes a couple hours, but quick rinse down, ready to go put on the low boy. She's ready. Connor is gonna come and get this. It sucks that it happened now on the 1st of April, basically. But normally these engines are very bulletproof, no issues. But it did have the thermostats stick shut on me last year, and we weren't working it really. So we didn't notice. I didn't notice the temperature climbing, and it overheated. We thought last year it was fine, and then we forgot about it all winter, and then I was servicing it.
Yeah, you guys got a whiteboard that you didn't use, right?
I didn't put it on the whiteboard, smart ass. So yeah, we forgot about it, and we were servicing it the other day, and we discovered that. We didn't know last year that it actually was mixing, but pretty shitty that now on the 1st of April, when spring stuff starts, that's happening. But because we got this drawbar here, we are going to put this on my tank, and this is gonna have to pull it. We're gonna pound out that spacer or shim, whatever, yeah, or drawbar saver, whatever they want to call it, because it'll make the hole bigger, because not only does it save it from wearing on the drawbar, but it makes the hole tighter for any normal thing you hook on. And my other ball here, it's a Cat 4 hole, and it'll fit right on there. And I'll just run this on my tank probably for the spring until mine's back. Didn't want to have to do that because it's just extra work. This thing had other stuff to pull, but it is what it is. Look at that Connor. He's loading her up.
Pulling the ass out.
We like when he moves the feller buncher more than he moves the tractors.
No, get this on the phone.
This is the start of spring for us. He had struggle finding points to hook up to this. He's used to moving John Deere's. They got big hooks. He goes, John Deere's got hooks to hook on to. Couldn't find any on this. I was like, it's not used to getting hauled around, you know. But she's secure. So we did have to block up the back here because she's a little tight. It was gonna cut our tires, and those are like almost $3 grand a piece, brand new. We were not cutting our tires, so we blocked it up. She's good, it's not cutting nothing, and then they'll just have to use these 2 blocks and kind of shuffle them back when they drive it off tomorrow, because it's going up tomorrow. We'll get it loaded tonight. It's a way to start spring. Well, Connor's headed out. They're gonna go up tomorrow morning, get her unloaded, and we'll see how many weeks it takes for this is back. Hopefully we get it back before May 1st for planting. As long as we get it back by then, we'll be happy. I got the ball on the 8670. I got it lubed up. We'll get her hitched on them shit tank now. I got this hooked up.